Guys, so look at this, okay? So we have our function, okay? And you're just gonna get out your calculator. Leave it done. Paper 1, page 85. Right, go to your table function and enter in the formula. Yeah. Come to the bag, find it. It's probably in the front pocket. Not worth stealing in it. Okay. Start at -1. And we end at 4. We do a step of 1. And lo and behold, there's all your stuff. So -1602, 16, 212, 1602, 212. Oh, I entered this wrong. Thank God it says 10 because I wouldn't have spotted it otherwise. What did I do wrong? I did a +2 instead of a -2. So that means everything I have should be just docked 2. So those 3 numbers there should be 2424. I know. Actually, scratch that. 2 minus 2, 2. 2 minus 2, 2. 2a, 310, and 42. Everybody cool with that? Okay. Now let's do the points. -1, 2. It's this point here. 0 minus 2. It's this point here. 1, 2. It's this point here. And then 2, 8. This point here. And 310. And all the way down to 4, 2. So a standard max and minimum, isn't it? For a cubic equation. I'll return that last one. Are you happy with something like that? Won't be quite so happy with my last part. I think it should be more curvy. So I was probably just. Oh, thanks. This one here. Okay. Ever kill that? It looks like that could be your max and that could be your min. We don't know that for sure though, do we? Our graph could be slightly off for all we know. Okay. You all good with that so far? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just you're joining the dots to the best of your ability. Okay. What's the next part? Estimate. Use your graph to estimate the 2 roots. Now, what do roots mean? Roots means where f of x equals 0, where your y value equals 0. Hence, where it hits the x-axis. Where are the y values equal to 0? Reckon here and here and here. Those 2 ones here, the 2 red ones. Are you happy with that? Page 85. Now I have a chi for this. I want to know my chi. I'm going to go in between -1. I'm going to do the exact same thing looking. Lads, looking. In between -1 and 1. Step of 0.1. I'm going to find exactly when it hits 0. See what I'm doing? Just going down. Where are you going to hit 0, pal? Oh, you hit 0. You actually hit 0 in between -0.8 and 0.7. Does anybody know how I know that? See 0.272 is positive, and see the way the next one's negative? That means it went through the axis. So this point here is anywhere between -0.7 and -0.8. To be exact, I would have put down -0.7 or -0.8. One of them. Okay? Likewise, what I'm expecting to happen here is I'm expecting to go from negative to positive. So when I keep going down, look, negative, 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 negative. It's coming less negative. And then all of a sudden, in between 0.6 and 0.7, it becomes positive. So somewhere in between 0.6 and 0.7, you can call it 0.65, you can call it 0.7. Some of you might end up calling it 0.8 because your graph's slightly off. You're allowed a tolerance. Do you get what I'm saying? I think I'm happy with minus 0.8 and 0.7 for the two of these. Okay, it's only an estimate. That cool? All good. All right, move on. We did that, didn't we? Minus 0.8 and... Okay, what's the next question after that then? Find the value when the second derivative equals 0. Okay, what's the original function again? Anybody remember? X cubed. Yeah. Plus 1x minus 2. Okay, let's differentiate that once. What do we get when we differentiate it once? Bring the 3 to the front, 3x squared, yeah. And then next one? Yeah. After that? 1. All good. Second derivative. Second derivative? Yeah. Minus 6x, yeah. Plus 8. Does it say value or values? Singular or plural? Expecting one answer only. Got it? Second derivative equals 0. Bring the 8 over this side. Minus 6 is multiply on the left, which makes it division on the right. And you get an answer of 4 over 3. Does that kill you guys? All right. Those two questions aren't bad, are they? Draw the graph and do two derivatives. They're fair questions. Like, they're not going to get out at them. Apart to see if there is one might be different. That's it. Gift. Yeah, similar. Yeah, if anything with the lockdown, all that. This is a pre-lockdown test. Is it 2019? So, yeah, with the lockdown stuff, you're almost going to get easier. Can I do question 8 now? You haven't done question 8 before, have you? 8, same paper. What page is on? 96. Okay, so I'm doing what's it? 3. Was it 3 and 8? I'm doing today. Yeah, I'm doing 3, 8, and 9. Hopefully, all going well. Okay, now the power output of an engine is measured in horsepower using the following formula: R multiplied by T divided by 5,252, where R is the engine speed measured in revs. T is the torque measured in appropriate units. Find the power of an engine that generates 480 units of torque. So what am I replacing the R and the T value with? Can anybody tell me? What does R get replaced with? What? And the T value? Yeah, into the calculator with it and tell me what you get. Oh. Once again, that was a nice question, wasn't it? To start you off. 228.48 horsepower in that car. The nearest whole number, 228 horsepower. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. So it doesn't actually matter because T multiplied by R is the same as R multiplied by T is actually the same as T multiplied by R. But just so we're clear, that's R and that's T. Thanks for that. We did that, get that slightly mixed around. But lucky for us, cause it's multiply, didn't matter. Okay. Rearrange the formula to get R on its own. Okay, so P equals R multiplied by T all over 5252. Which letter do we want on its own again? Want R on its own, okay? So let's examine its relationship. What's the relationship of the R to the 5,252? What's the relationship between the two of them? R is being divided by 5,252. So what happens when the 5,252 moves over to the other side? If it's division on one side, what does it turn into on the other side? It turns into multiply, so it'll be 5252. Okay. What's the relationship with the T and the R? Are they being added, subtracted, or multiplied? They're being multiplied because there's nothing between them. So what happens when the T moves to the other side? It becomes division. And there is your answer. Would most of you have gotten that? Oh, okay. Well, okay. I have something for that. It's called rearrangement of formula. It's in the start of fifth year. And very rare do they come up as an exam question, but in the start of fifth year. Okay. I'll attach a video to tonight's homework with rearrangement of formula on it. Okay. We all good? All right. Believe it or not, actually. So, yeah. Anyhow. Okay. A company was set up. Is this the next question? The company was set up in 2016 to repair engines. The first month of its existence, the company lost 4 grand. This loss reduced by 250 a month each month that the company traded. Right, complete the pattern. What's it going up by every time? Well, plus 250 technically, because it's becoming less negative. So everybody cool with that? And the next one? They're eventually going to become positive, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Show that a company makes a month is given by the following sequence. Okay. This is what we call a linear sequence. Linear sequences are given to you by your formula. Does anybody know where to find that formula on your table? Check up sequences and series on your tables, and you'll see a formula for linear equations only. And here's the formula. Everybody clear with that? Does anybody know what the A value is? What does A mean? The starting value, which is, what is it? Does anybody know what the D value means? Which is 250. So that's 250, and your A is minus 4,000. You got that? Minus 4,000. And now let's multiply in that 250. What happens then? 250 yen minus 250. And after that, 250 yen. What's minus 4,000 minus 250? Nearly. See the way it's a proof question? So even if you thought it was that, you'd look up and go, wrong. Two negatives, so you end up owing more money. Okay. You all cool with that? It's a reasonably fair standard question, okay? Next question. What profit does the company make in January 2018, month 25? So they're basically asking us for, are they asking us for T25 or TN equals 25? Which one are they asking us for? Do they give us the N value? They do, don't they? They tell us that N is. Therefore, you're not looking for N, you have N. So N is replaced with 25. So it's definitely a T25 question. Okay? So anywhere you see N, replace it with 25. Who got 2 grand? Are you happy with 2 grand? Okay. I can sense an SN question popping up here now in a second. Move on. Find the month in which the company breaks even. I think that just means in that month you break even, not even overall. Is that right? So we want to find out when. Do we want to know T0 or Tn equals 0? Which one? Because, yeah, we need to figure out when the profit is 0 and what n value that happens at. All right, what's our formula again? 250 n take away. And that equals 0, right? Bring the 4250 over to your sides. And then what's that then? You all right, everybody? What do we get when we divide it by 250? I think it's 13. Don't know if anybody agrees with me. No. 17. 17. You could, yeah, if you're really struggling, you can just keep showing that you're adding 250 every time and count all the months. Still get full marks. Just imagine if I said like, imagine it wasn't 17 months, it was like 37 months, and you're like there for ages, like, so yeah, it'd be the sort of thing that you might leave until the end of the test and then do the counting. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely, you could count that up. Right. Does anybody remember what SN means again? Yeah. Can anybody tell me what did we start off again? Was it minus 4 grand in our first month? Right. So does everybody remember minus 4 grand is T1, T2 was what? Minus 3750, T3 was minus 350, wasn't it? Can anybody tell me what would be the answer for S3? That's what I'm asking. S3 would be how much did you lose in the first 3 months combined? You get what I'm saying? S3 is essentially T1 plus T2 plus T3. Huh? Add them all up. Add up the total amount of money you lost. Stuff like that, right? If I ask you what S1 is, what can you tell me what S1 is? S1 and T1 are there. Same. S2 is the same as plus T2, yeah. Even though they're both negative numbers, aren't they? But you are adding them. Okay, now, so we all know what S means, don't we? So we technically straight away, we already know that, for argument's sake, that S1 is minus 4,000. We know that S2 is minus 7,750. And then we also know what's 7,750. What's, yeah, minus 7750, take away 3,500. And we know that S3 is minus 11,250. You're going to see why I do that in a second. Okay. I'm going to use this information to check my answer. Okay, you guys? Now, there's a formula for SN. What's the formula for SN? Can anybody tell me? Yeah. 2A. N minus 1. Do you have to learn off by heart? It's in your table, right? Great. Now, what's the A value again? What's the A value? And what's the D value? It's plus 250, okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. Sn equals n over 2. What's 2 times minus 4,000? Yeah, minus 8,000. And then 250 times n, and that, so it'll be 250n minus 250. It doesn't say we have to present it in any magical way. It doesn't tell us what I have to turn it into. So I can do 250n minus 8,250. Now there's this magical function called the table function, okay? I can quickly use the table function to verify if my formula is correct or not. You looking? I go to menu, table, and what formula do I put in? Instead of n, I'm going to use x, and I'm going to lob in all this here, okay? Now, I'm going to start at 1. That represents month 1, doesn't it? and go all the way up to month 5. What you notice about the numbers I have on the left? They're the same as S1, S2, and S3 I calculated earlier. I've confirmed that I have the correct formula. There's no, I might have got it right. I definitely got it right. Okay, we move on. Took me 40 seconds to confirm that. Okay, let's move on. Are you all cool with that? Now, is that the last? Was that it? Something else, surely, is there? Answer otherwise from the total profit of the company at the end of January 2019. We cool? Total profit. So what does it want me to do? Replace N with 37. Okay, because I already have this in my calculator, what I'm just going to do is I'm just gonna start at like 35, end at 37, and it'll give me the answer for 37. Just being a bit lazy because it's already there. 18,500 euro in total. So you finally are in positive profit. Does everyone understand? You can just type into your calculator exactly as it is like this. Just type what's in the blue box and you'll get 18,500. All good? Well, you can just throw in the answer, 18,500. I already had it entered in the table function, so it just extended all the way down to month 37. Which is the quickest way for me at the time. But you could just enter that into your calculator and it'll kick out. Yeah. Now, we're on to question 9. Okay. What happens anytime you multiply something by 1.8? What happens when you multiply something by 1.8? You're increasing it by 80%. What happens if you're multiplying something by 1.2? 1.25? What happens if you multiply something by 0.85? You're reducing it by 15, so you're only retaining 85% of your original value. So what's going to happen in this equation every single time? So example is in month 1, if we multiply it by 8.1 once, what will happen there? We increase it by 80% once. If we multiply by 8.1 twice, what would that mean? You're increasing its value by 80% twice. Okay, so let's begin. I could have a quick look at my table function. Once again, table function is so useful in these questions. I can simply have 3000 multiplied by 1.8 to the power of x instead of m. Okay, and we're talking about the number of users on a on a website. Number of users on a website. Okay, start at 1, end at 20. Start. You can see that's going up all the time, isn't it? And after 8 months, how many people is there? After 8 months, there's 330,598 users. Got that? You'd round off to the nearest whole number. You either have a full person or you don't. So there can't really be decimals there. Okay? So, all we need to do is go 3,000 multiplied by 1.8 to the power of 8, is it? And what do we say it was again? Now, you might be surprised that I rounded down. Can anybody tell me why I rounded down instead of up? You either have a full human or you don't you? So 3,508. And I'll just say can't round up. It has to be a full human. 1, 1 out of 10, like 9 out of 10 maybe. Or you could explain the difference. If we're talking about humans, it has to be 330,598. If you want the nearest whole number, it's 33599. Okay. We all okay with that? Now, there are, in 1 month, there's 31,493. Is that in this question here? Is there 31,493? They rounded it up in that case, see that? And then the next month was 56,608. 7. But long story short, what's the general gist? To go from 1 month to the next, you increase it by 80%, isn't it? So will somebody tell me what you get in the calculator for that when you multiply 31493 by 1.8? What you get? 50.4. So still roughly the same answer, isn't it? Okay. How many users? Once again, I'd be inclined to say it can't have zero point 0.4 of a user. So that's 56,687. Okay. Next one. Users can register for free of charge on the website, although through advertising, Avril earns this much per month for every user who's registered. How much would she earn a month where there were 600,000 registered users? Man, that's an easy question, isn't it? What do you do? Yeah, what you get? It's handy question that one. 720 quid. Not much for 600,000 users, is it? Hmm. You okay with that? Okay. Avril earns this much for a particular month. How many registered users did she have on that month? So she has this much money, and how much does each person contribute to that money? Zero, three zeros. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so you divide the amount of money by the amount contributed per user. And how many users was that then? Some whopper number, I'd say. Let me know when you have it. Yeah. 1,071,141.667. So once again, I'd be inclined to keep 141 users. Uh, yeah. If I was in a test, I would cover myself and write down both of them. I put or this, but tick the one you say because it's a human. You can't have part of a user. You need a full user. Okay. Part three. A web design company charges Avril €80 per month to maintain and host the site. How much will Avril make or lose in month 4 and in month 12 on the website? All right. In month 4, how many people do we have? We don't know that. So what is it? 3,000 multiplied by 1.8 to the power of 4. Do you know what? We do it all in one calculation, will we? Why even bother saving all the decimals? And then each user will pay how much? How much will each user pay me? 0.0012. Let's just do it all in one calculation. Just save ourselves all the decimals. So that's the number of users, okay, which is this number here. And then we're going to multiply that by 0.0012. I get €37.79. And unfortunately for us, we had to pay 80 quid a month. So we're going to take away our 80. €42.21. We lost. Okay. Now in month 12, it's a different story because we have a lot more users. And once again, each one of those users is going to contribute a small amount of money to the cause. Okay. So that's how many users we have, which is a very big number, 347,000. We're going to multiply that by 0.0012. We come out with 4,000 €164 and 59 cents. And then we're going to take away our 80 quid. So this time we're making a whopper profit. We're making a whopper profit of 1,084.59. That makes sense to you? Number of people using the website multiplied by the cost per person. Take away your 80 quid per month. Right. Next question after that then. D. Another web design company in the UK offers to host and maintain her website for 55 sterling per month. Avril uses the exchange rate on a particular day to find out how much it will cost in euro. She finds that it will cost this much here. Find the exchange rate for €1. So you get 55 sterling, you multiply it by the exchange rate, and the answer is €62.70. This number in the box, bigger or smaller than 1? What do you reckon? How do you know it's bigger? 62 is bigger than 55, so whip the 55 underneath and then do €62.70 divided by 55. What you get? Who got €1.14? Oh, and do you know what I did wrong there? I got £1. I didn't get €1. So if I divide both sides by 1.14, I can find out that sterling was 0.877. Just divide both sides by 1. Is that the last question in that one? Oh, thank God, that's the buzzer. What? Yeah. So I did 3, 8, and 9 there.